Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. HM Trim Works here in the house. We got our special order door in. It's anything under 24 inches. These doors come from the blue box store. They're hollow core. Okay, that's what they want. That's what they get. Okay. So we just measured this door frame here. It's just a slab, and I'll show you how to cut a slab door, mortise the hinges, put the lock set in, and make it work. Okay, so here we go. The inside door frame here measures just under 20 inches, and the door is 20 inches itself. So you want about 1/8 inch clearance on each side, thereabouts. So you want it cut it 19 3/4 small, just under 19 3/4. And we'll go downstairs, set up the saw. We'll be right back. Yeah, this is a slab door. There it is right here. So the edges are square on both sides. When you're cutting it, you want to cut the closing side like on a 3-degree bevel. So you want to set your saw about 1.5 inches high, and from the top of the blade, because it's beveling this way, going from the top of the blade, go 19 and just under 3/4. And then you're set to go. It's on a 3-degree angle is where I cut it, and we'll run this through and we'll show you what that's like. Okay, so back at the door, it's only a 20-inch door. So back at the door, we want to cut the hardware side, not the hinge side. All right. So this is the outside, and you got to figure out, you want the bevel to go this way. All right. That's a little extreme. It's only 3-degree. So when you throw it on your saw, and this is the top, throw it on your saw, you want this side on the saw table, the tall side up, so that way you got your bevel right. Okay, you got to figure that out. If you mess it up, you pretty much trash the door. Okay, we'll run this. Little pro tip for you, when you're ripping down the door, try to cut the edge with the stickers on it. That way it's less stickers for you to peel. Also, when I was cutting the bottom of the door, the door had to be cut to height. So for some reason that video did not record, so it had to be cut down to 79 inches, which was 1 inch off. And when you do that, I cut it freehand just with a circular saw. And when you do that, it's a hollow core door, so you cut the solid part out and you got to put another piece of wood in there to make it good again. So this is it, and we'll pick it up from there. And our bottom piece turned out to be 1 1/16 by 18. I just cut it out of plywood. Found a piece that already had paint on it, already primed, so we're just going to use that. And this is common with hollow core doors. So it's going to put a little tight bond on there, no big deal. I'm not big on glue, folks. I know some people glue everything. I'm not a big glue person, but some things it does have its place. Try to keep the shirt out. it in. And I'm just going to use a pin nailer. I got a Metabo, but we're going to use that. Huh. It's finicky. Finicky. Yep, that'll be it. I had two of them shoot at the end here. We'll just pull them out. Follow the grain. It happens. Anyway, we'll get ready for paint and we'll be back. Okay guys, yes I do prime the bottom. It's the edge of the masonite, you gotta prime all that. And there you go. No big deal, it takes a couple seconds. And also prime the side that you cut and the top. Because when you go to paint it, the paint's going to suck all up in there, and it's going to be, it's going to look different than the rest of the door. You know what I mean? So, prime it all up. I use kilts pretty much on everything, and then we'll be back for paint. We really ain't going to wait for this to dry. We'll put this on there, and by the time I get the paint set up, this will be dry enough. And we'll call it good. Okay guys, we got it primed up, we got it cut, primed, and we're ready to paint. We're just using, this is the corded one. For little jobs like this, we just use this. I mean, it's quick and easy. This would be the inside of the door. So this way here, I'll paint this one first. So when I flip it around, if I get a fingerprint on it, I don't really care that much. But we're gonna try not to. And we'll paint the edges last also. So, here we go. And I'll show you that when we're done. Okay guys, here we are back at the door frame. We got the door downstairs, it's painted, it's ready to, we're going to mark the hinges and all that stuff. The easiest way to do this I found, and one of the most foolproof ways, is to cut yourself a piece of scrap. This happens to be plywood, the same size as the door. My door happens to be 79 inches. That's what I cut this piece. Okay? So we're going to use it like a story pole. We're going to mark the hinges on it. Alright? So we're going to set it in the door frame on the hinge side. And you want a little gap at the top of the door, so you don't want to push it up tight. I normally just use a paint stick. It's a little more than a quarter, or a little more than an eighth, a little less than 3/8, 3/16. That's about right for, you know, the gap around the door. So put that on top of the story pole, and then push story pole up to it. Okay, now you just mark the hinges where they're at, right there. And mark it top, T-O-P, top, or you can put an arrow, whatever you want to do. And mark the bottom one. Make sure you hold it up tight. And you can also mark the lock set while you're here on the other side, because you're going to need that too. And when you do that, I like to just mark the center, just be sure, and the top and the bottom. And there you go. Now you bring this down to the door and we'll mark it out on the door. Okay, here we are back downstairs at the door. Now this is where you want to be really careful. You want to make sure you got the hinges on the right side and facing the right way. Okay. And this is the side we cut. The beveled edge is towards me, so that means this is the outside of the door, the side you see. This is the inside of the closet. So you want the hinges coming out this side. Okay, you gotta cut them right. And one thing I did forget to do, which you should do, but we're gonna let it go on this door, is after you cut it, you should run your sander down the edge here just to ease the edge. Takes paint better and it's less prone to chipping and stuff like that. But we're gonna let this one go because we already got it painted and this is technically my house. And yeah, so we got the outside facing us. We're gonna put it in these tough built sawhorses is what I got down here. I just put it in the edge where the 2x4 usually goes. And that's the way I cut my my hinges and stuff. Let me lower this down for you. Alright. Now you take your story pole that we marked up there. This is the top. This is the top. This is the hinge side. You want the hinges facing this way. So now you just even it up there. I got the marks on the other side, you can't see it. So. And then you just transfer your marks down. 1, 2. Top and bottom hinge. There you go. Save that because you're going to want it on the top set. Alright. I'll be right back. Okay guys, we're ready to cut the hinges. We've got them marked out. Got them marked out right here. This is the outside of the door. You want the hinge facing this way. We already figured all that out. Okay. This is a Ryobi. This is probably the only thing I own, Ryobi. But this thing really works well. It's a hinge guide for mortars and hinges out. I got it at Home Depot. I forget how much it was. Probably around 20 bucks. I don't know, but it really works well. Anyway, this side here, the black side where the adjustable, that's the side where the hinge will be. It takes the whole meat out of the door. This side leaves a little lip on the inside. Okay? So you want this side facing me, facing you. Line it up on the marks. Make sure it's set for 3.5. Line it up on the marks and tighten it down. It don't have to be real tight. It holds pretty good. It's all plastic. There you go. It comes with a bit too. It comes with its own bit. So then it's got a gauge right here. Set your router on there and let it drop to the bottom and tighten her down. And that's your depth. And you're ready to rock and roll. All right. We'll plug this in and we'll go.